Okay, we're gonna do this really quickly.
They're shooting them like dogs.
Yeah.
Ora 8. O dimineață înghețată de iarnă la granița cu Nepalul.
We're at the Nepalese border. We're 6,000 meters altitude. Even time is frozen. These are Tibetans walking in a line. They're trying to reach India and reach the Dalai Lama, their spiritual leader. These are Romanian climbers. They can hear machine guns. We don't know why, but he's opening fire and he's hitting them. One of them is hit by the bullets, but he's continuing to climb. They fire on him, he's hit by a second bullet and dies in the snow. The Tibetan group of pilgrims continue as normal. They don't look back. The Romanian cameraman is a kilometer away now, and he watches another Tibetan hit the ground. The Danish climbers in their camp are confused by what they see.
For me, to see all this thing happens, to see this thing happen so close. I'm not used to it. I don't know what right the Chinese think they have to do things like this. There's no need to kill.
Hours later, in the climbers' camp, they find one of the Tibetan pilgrims hiding in the toilet tent.
You wanted to go to Dalai Lama?
He's hiding in the toilet behind me. He saw someone shot dead in the snow, going to see the Dalai Lama. How long ago? 5 hours. Sergey will be at risk because he's decided to help the Tibetan with food and clothes. Go Sergey. In the basin, the Chinese soldiers count their bodies. They make sure they're dead and leave them in the snow. The Chinese soldiers enter the climbers' camp. They have prisoners, 20 prisoners, and 7 of them are children. They're not traveling to the Dalai Lama. They're traveling to prison. The Chinese seem to smoke and relax in the middle of the prayer flags after another successful mission. The Chinese news stations announced that the soldiers tried to persuade the Tibetans to stay in Tibet, but that the Tibetans refused and became violent, attacking the Chinese, who were forced to injure 2 people in their own defense. This is an endless story that started 47 years ago when the Dalai Lama was forced through this pass by the Chinese invasion. He leads the TGE from India, and only to see or touch him, thousands of Tibetans pay with their lives. The video you just saw was captured by a group of mountaineers scheduled to climb Everest. This is not old video footage. This is happening now. The Tibetans that were shot in the snow had no food and were completely defenseless. One of the Tibetans killed was Kelsang Namtso, a 17-year-old nun looking for religious freedom. Today is November 30th, an International Day of Action for Tibetan refugees. Today, or any other day, you can write your officials and your media and ask them to report this. The Chinese media is trying desperately to show a respectable face to the world, and the 2008 Olympics, which are being held in Beijing, China, are our greatest opportunity to shine a light on these abuses. So please, put up the banners, post the videos, take whatever action you're willing, no matter how small, and make sure that the Olympics in 2008 Beijing are remembered forever in history as the Protest Olympics.